Hi. When beginning to explore the world of electricity, it is vital to start by understanding the basis of current, voltage, and resistance. In the last session, we have discussed about current and voltage. Today, we will be discussing about what is a resistance, what are the factors that affects resistance, and establish a relationship connecting voltage, current, and resistance. In the last class, we have discussed about resistance in detail. So today we'll be discussing the relationship connecting resistance, voltage, and current. These are the topics will be covered during this session. State and explain Ohm's law. What are the limitations of Ohm's law? What are the applications of Ohm's law? What are the factors affecting resistance? So resistance can be measured by dividing voltage by the current. As you can see in this picture, voltage pushes the current through the circuit, but resistance opposes the motion of electrons. So resistance is nothing but voltage divided by current represented by V by I. R is measured in ohm. Voltage is measured in volts. Current is measured in ampere. The potential difference V across the end of a given metallic wire in an electric circuit is directly proportional to the current flowing through it. That is, V is proportional to I, or V is equal to, when you equate, you will get a constant quantity into I. This constant of proportionality, we call it as resistance. So the formula can be rearranged as voltage is equal to current into resistance. So one of the most basic and important laws of electric circuit is Ohm's law. So what is the statement of Ohm's law? Ohm's law states that the voltage across a conductor is directly proportional to the current flowing through it, provided all physical conditions and temperature remains constant. So when you apply Ohm's law to this circuit, the opposing quantity we call it as resistance, flowing quantity we call it as current and voltage. The potential difference can be measured between two terminals. So this is the formula triangle for Ohm's law. V is equal to I into R, or I is equal to V by R, or R is equal to V by I. Who did discover the Ohm's law? In 1827, a German physicist, Dr. Georg Simon Ohm, found out the relationship between the current flowing in a metallic wire and the potential difference across its terminals. So by honoring his name, the unit of resistance is measured in ohms. How is Ohm's law represented graphically? Here is the plotting of voltage is taken along the x-axis, current is taken along the y-axis. So the straight line gives the resistance. That means when current is high, resistance will be low. When resistance is high, current is low. It means that when low current is flowing through the conductor, higher resistance occurs in the circuit and vice versa. Is Ohm's law applicable for both AC and DC? What is AC and DC? AC is alternating current and DC is direct current. Ohm's law is only applicable to direct current. It is not applicable to alternating current because alternating current continuously varies with time at a constant frequency. This AC waveform occurs in the sinusoidal in nature. What are the limitations of Ohm's law? First one, it is applicable for metallic conductors, not the non-metallic conductors. Second one, in practical, when you apply Ohm's law, resistance should be constant. What is the meaning of that? We know that the current and potential difference must be proportional to each other. While Ohm's law is actually only an approximation, it works very well over an incredibly wide range of voltages. However, when you adjust the voltage, only the current changes proportionally. This implies that resistance remains constant. In reality, it isn't possible to change the resistance without changing the physical properties of the circuit. Third one, Ohm's law calculation becomes difficult in complicated circuits. What are the applications of Ohm's law? First one, Ohm's law is used to determine different electrical quantities such as current, voltage, power, conductance, etc. There are many electrical appliances like electric heater, kettle, operates based on the principle of Ohm's law. It is useful for solving problems related to the equivalent series, parallel, and series parallel electric circuits. Now let us learn about the different factors affecting resistance. We know that the resistance can be increased or decreased. So if you increase the length of the material, what happens? So as you can see here, L is the length of this conductor having 1 ohm. So if you double the length, double the resistance. That means longer materials have greater resistance. The area of cross section A of the material. As you can see here, this is the conductor having area A. So if you double the area, lesser the resistance. That means large area offers less resistance. That means doubling the length of a conductor doubles the resistance. In general, you can say that resistance is proportional to its length. Thus, halving the area of cross section of a conductor doubles the resistance. That means resistance is inversely proportional to area of cross section. That is, R is inversely proportional to 1 divided by A. So what are the other factors affecting resistance? The temperature T of the material. The higher temperature usually results in higher resistance. And the kind of material. Iron has more electrical resistance than a similar copper conductor. That means resistance also depends on the nature of the material. Experimentally, it can be shown R is proportional to L, that is equation number 1, and R is inversely proportional to the cross-sectional area. This is equation number 2. If we equate these two equations, R is proportional to L divided by A. When you equate this, R is equal to some constant into L divided by A, or R is equal to rho L divided by A. This constant quantity, we call it as resistivity of the material, and resistivity depends on the material of the conductor. So the resistance of a conductor depends on its length, area of cross section, and nature of its material. So we got the equation R is equal to rho L by A, where rho is resistivity or specific resistance. And the unit of resistivity is ohm meter, which is represented by this ohm meter. What you have learned? Resistance is a property that resists the flow of electrons in a conductor. Ohm's law states that the potential difference across the end of a conductor is directly proportional to the current flowing through it, provided temperature and other physical conditions remains constant. The resistance of a conductor depends directly on its length, inversely on its area of cross section, and also on the material of the conductor. Thank you.